Hey guys, how you doing today? It's me, Kelly. So first I want to thank you guys so much for your comments and all of your emails and everything for the mermaid bottom half tail that I did yesterday in clay. You guys are so wonderful and you made me feel so good and I just can't even tell you. So I got quite a few emails asking for me to make this antiqued with some black, so I'm going to do that. And I wanted to show you something else very quickly that would be fun to do as well. So let's start with this first. This is obviously, I will link the video around here somewhere. If you did not see this video, so you guys can go check out the video of me making this. And so two people I should say, asked me to do a full mermaid, and I'm gonna try it, not in this one, but like I'm thinking, because see, I love doing things flat, but I love things 3D as well. Like I'm gonna put this probably on a canvas of some sort. I was thinking about painting the body because I thought that would be really cool. So I don't know, you might see something like that coming up. I don't know, or I might just make it in clay 3D. I don't know. This is kind of 3D to me because it's not, it's whatever you put it on, you're gonna be able to touch it. It has form and all that stuff, but whatever. So let's do this. First, I'm going to take this, and I glued the tab in the wire so it could be hung on a necklace or whatever. I'm going to, I'm probably going to put it on a canvas and do some fun things with it or to it or whatever way you want it. Now, let me tell you, I'm using black paint. You can use the metallic lusters. You can use anything that you have. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to go in very close. Yeah, very close. Okay, and then I'm going to take some black paint and I'm going to put it here. Now, I like to put water on it because I like it to be a little thinner as the first layer going down, but you don't have to. You do it whatever way you want. Now you can see as I'm brushing this on, you can see that the cracks, nothing's going in the cracks because it's hitting the top. But you want to take your paint and you really want to get it in there. So you don't have, so that's why I'm using a, it's like a cheaper paintbrush. I mean, paintbrushes are good. I love paintbrushes. But see how we want all those lines. And like I said, you can water your paint down. You can do whatever you want. And I'm going to kind of hit these on the sides here. I'm not going to worry about the back right now because I can't do both at the same time, but I do want to do these. And I don't care if some of the green comes through. That's what the underneath is. So I'm going to try to do this. Now I'm using these dilutions, but you can use whatever you have. Use a marker. It doesn't matter. Dilutions, to me, and it might just be my area where I live, but it dries fast. It dries very fast. They're very nice for that. I like dilutions. The only thing I don't like is the what it comes in these containers. I understand why they come in them and all that kind of stuff, but for clumsy people like myself, I'm always knocking things over. So, all right. So now we have this. We have the mermaid, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe it. And I'm not going to push down too hard. I just want to get most of that paint off, and then just take your tissue and roll it around. And I do advise, look, I mean, I use whatever paint I have, but if you feel like you don't want to waste it, or you think this is wasteful or whatever, just buy a really cheap clearance sale or a store brand or whatever black paint and use that, that you can use for this where you're not using your good stuff. There's a lot of inexpensive paints out there. Now you can use watercolor as well, but it's going to be reactivated because it's not a permanent thing. All right. So I'm just kind of doing this. All right, now I'm going to kind of wipe this mess up because, ooh, that should be on my 31 days of creep. Look at that. Creepy. All right. It's like a sea of black. All right. And I'm just going to keep wiping off a little bit. And you can see it kind of ran on the back. So I'm just going to go with it and wipe it on there with the rest of my brush. You know, getting all the little crevices and all that stuff. And then wipe. All right, so now I'm going to take a different paper towel. And I'm going to kind of buff it. And you'll see some of that green coming back. See that nice shine? And I'm just kind of wiping it. Because you want some of that shine back. Now, you could do this a couple times. You don't just have to do it once. I'm just going to kind of, you can tell I love getting my hands. If I don't walk away with my hands like this, then I wasn't doing it right. Okay. All right, now you look at it, and look how pretty that looks. You can see that gold and that underneath color coming out, but you can, you know, like the iridescent, but it's like dark and, oh, it's so nice. So maybe I'll go, and I'm just going to kind of go into this one more time. I can see a little bit here, but you don't have to. I am just going to do the top. I'm not going to worry about the sides and all because I like it like that. I like it. All right. And again, we're just going to wipe. I like to put my finger, like, you know, as my pointy thing. As my pointy thing. Okay. And just really wipe it. Okay, so you can see that. Look how gorgeous this is. Look at this. I mean, can you even? Can you even? I don't like it. Oh, I love it. Look at it. Look at that. Oh my God, so pretty. I get excited over things. I get excited. Look how pretty. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside for a second. You also, which I'm not going to do right this second, you can also take a little bit of sandpaper if you want, or a little bit of abrasive rag or something like that. And you can, you know, go over this again to bring some more of this top out, or you could even add more, you know, a little bit of more shimmer if you want. I'm not going to because I love this. I can't stand it. I just want to like eat it and like keep it with me forever. All right. A little too much information. Okay. So, oh, I put my brush in here like a stunad. All right. I'm going to put my brush right here again. Okay, so here's something too. Here is a piece of white that's blown out because of my light here. What the heck? I don't understand. Okay, so here's a piece of clay, and it has a hole in both sides. I did, and I stamped in it, and I added some molding paste in a stencil. Okay, so I have that. That's baked. This is baked, and it's just a piece of green that I put holes in that can be a bead. And then this is a piece of clay that I formed into this thing, and not baked, but I formed into a rectangle that we're going to play with. So all I did was took a piece of clay, and you can use any clay you want. That's why I kind of did this green. I love it. I love all the colors in it and some sparkles, and I mean, it's just, I just love it. I put some paint on there, but so you can make this into a necklace, a pendant. Now you can make it go like this, or you can make it go like this. So we're going to work on this one, but I'm going to show you how I did that for a second. I took the clay, I conditioned it, and then I formed it into this. Now you can make it into a heart, you can make it into a circle, you can make it into whatever you want. So we have this, and then what I did was I took a stamp, any stamp that you have. Let's see this one. If you don't have stamps, don't be upset and think that you can't. Take the back of your pen, a lid, a glue stick lid, whatever. I mean, look. If you could get the lid off. I mean, look, and then you can push it in here to make more textures. You could take wire and just take all kinds of wire out and kind of like mush it and push it in. Mush it and push, mush it and push it, mush it and push it. And you'll get these kind of lines as well. So really, don't get upset if you don't have a stamp. I happen to have a stamp. So this is the stamp. It's like a cherry blossom stamp or whatever. And I'm just going to, now they tell you you can spray water so it doesn't stick. I'm not going to do that, but you definitely can. And I'm just going to lay where I kind of want that pushed in on my clay. I'm going to lay on my clay. I am a rhyming fool today. A rhyming fool. And I'm going to give it a push. Push it real good. Okay. Oh, I entertain myself and I love it. Okay, so can you see? There you go. See that? All that texture. So it doesn't, you can't tell what it is. It's just adding texture. So I'm just going to I'm going to push this. Now you can use a wood mounted stamp. You can use whatever you have. I like these because obviously you can kind of like, you know, push and form it. But so that's what you're going to get, right? Then you bake it. After you're done baking it, right? And you put it in for whatever the directions say on your clay. It's usually what, 265 for about 10 minutes an inch. So I put mine in for like about a half hour. But check your, you know, check your thing, your oven, all that kind of stuff. So you bake it. But before you bake it, put a hole in it. Okay, not a ring on it, put a hole in it. Get it? So I have a piece of wire here. Use whatever you have. Use a chopstick or whatever. Stick it in, because that's what she said. And then we're going to push it and kind of wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. And watch, because I've done this a million times. I'll push and think, I'm pushing it real good. And then it comes up, the wire comes up from the top, or the wire comes down from the back. So keep pushing it. Try to feel it. Move, you know, make sure you're doing it. And push, and push, and push. All right, now I can kind of feel it on my hand right here, and it's going to come through. There we go. So kind of put it on there and turn it a little bit just so it really gets that hole. Then you can take it out and bake it, and then you're good to go. And that's where we are here. Now what I did here was I took a bit of this delicious flexible texture paste, but you can use any molding paste, modeling paste, homemade modeling paste, which I have a video coming up this weekend for you guys of making it the way I make it. So you can use any of that. And then I took one of these stencils, but you can use any stencil that you have. And if you don't have stencils and you only have stamps, you can put your modeling paste on here, stamp in it, and you have texture. But then what I did was I laid this on. So we'll pretend like this is that one, right? This is baked. We'll work out in a second. I just laid this on how I want it. Obviously, it's too big for this, but you dig what I'm saying. Take your texture paste on your, you know, I use my finger, but you can use your SKYPE thing and all that kind of stuff and put it on like you're using it on a canvas, right? Lift that up very carefully. Put that back on there. And then leave it dry. Okay, so there we are here. Okay, now what you want to do, now you don't have to do black. Do you want to do it pretty? Let's do some of this. Let's rinse my brush off that I took it out. We're gonna rinse the brush. We're gonna rinse it now. Okay. All right. Now I'm gonna dry the brush. All right. Kids songs. What do you want? Okay. So I have this and I need to activate it, obviously, right? So I need to spill some water in it because I'm too lazy to get up and get my thing, but I can't find my squirty. Where's my squirty, shorty? Here it is. And I'm just going to pour a little bit of water. Just a little bit. There we go. And you know what? I might do some of this gold too. Why not? I just have to thank Secret because she wanted to see a demo on these Twinkling H2Os. And if I could show you right now, I'd show you where I have them and everything. But I'm using them for everything now. I am so thankful Secret asked for it. So always ask me to show you guys stuff because if I have it, it means I have to dig for it and get it out. And I will do it. And then I have stuff to play with. Because I'm loving this, I'm just loving it, and I don't know. All right. So, okay, so we have purple. Now, this is what we're going to do. This isn't fixed or anything. All it is baked. Hear that? Baked. which is probably what I sound like right now, but I'm not. But I'm going to take some of this purple and I'm going to run it over this. Now, can you see how it brought that texture paste up? Look how beautiful that is. Completely beautiful. Oh, I love that. All right, so now, and that's going to be shiny, so I might do another coat of it on there. I'm going to really do my thing here. Get it out of here and do it again. And it's just going to pick up deliciously on that molding paste. I mean, how awesome is that, right? So then I'm going to go in with my paper towel or Q-tip. You know, I love me some good Q-tips when I'm doing the art, but now go in with a little bit of a Q-tip or paper towel, and you don't have to be spot on, but kind of take that off a little bit, and you're going to see it's going to color that clay, and that's good. That's kind of what you want. It gives it a nice purple hue, but when that dries, it's going to be gorgeous. And now we want to put around it. So I'm going to get a smaller brush, right? I'm going to make sure it's clean. I'm going to go into my yellow gold. Now you can use whatever color you want, and we're just seeing here. We're not, you know, I'm not saying we have to use this color, but we're going to see how it works on here. It's mixing a little bit with that purple, which isn't a bad thing. All right, I don't know if it's going to hold on here. I don't know. I don't think it's going to. I think we're going to have to use acrylic on that background, which still, it's fine. It's no big deal. But I can see it's kind of beading up a little bit, so that's not going to work for me. So what I'm going to do is just, I dried my brush, and I'm going to pick off that yellow we used, and then let's get a color out of our multi-surface. I think we'll just stick, how about, I like green and purple. I don't know why, but I don't want to be too, oh, that yellow is nice, neon yellow, oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, we'll use canary yellow. Canary yellow, Americana, multi-surface satin. Shake it, because when you're using this, it has a top coat in it. It's like nail polish. So if you don't shake your nail polish, you're not going to get, you know, if it has everything in it. You just want to get it shaken, not stirred. I don't know what the hell that means. Okay, so now I'm going to take some of this, and I'm going to paint. And you can see how much better that looks. And remember, we have pattern underneath here, too. Right? We got the pattern underneath here. We have the flower. And we're going to just get some more. So think to yourself what you can do. And some of the purple's pulling out, but I don't care. I like that, because that's the color palette we're using. So I'm just going to pull some of that in here. And it's going to stay darker, so. And this multi-surface means multi-surface. You put it on whatever you want. It is fantastic. I'm going to go around here. And this will be my first coat. And of course, once this is dry, you'll do the sides and the back. Let me just do my thing here. All right, I'm going to do some on the sides, and you'll do this. And then you can do another coat if you want. Then, that kind of looks funky right now, but it's because it's wet and it's not no big deal. Because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of my purple glitter. You use whatever glitter you have. And just kind of lay some of it down. And then you leave it dry. And then once it's dry, we will clear coat it. And it's going to be so pretty. All right. Now you want to put like glitter on your flower part? On your flower parts? Do you want glitter on your flower parts? Watch what I do next. All right. I'm sorry. I don't know what the heck has gotten into me today. I don't think it's good, though. All right. Let me find my... Here we go. Okay. So I have Distress Stickles in Milled Lavender, which isn't going to be as bright as this. So I don't think I'm going to use it. You know what I'm saying? Why put that on there if I don't want it on there? But I am going to take more purple for the beginning, in the middle there, because I really like that. Let's see if I can get a little bit more going here. Oh yeah, boy, I picked a lot up there. See what happens? I didn't dry my brush good enough. You know what? That just gave me an idea. That was an accidental idea. Watch this. Let's do this. I know. I just got a good idea. Roll with it, right? When you have mistakes, don't you roll with them? We don't get mad at ourselves. We just roll with it. Just gonna put this all over for now. Okay. Now I'm going to take my towel and I'm going to do the same thing as we did with the other one. Oh yeah, I like that much better. Look. Because when I put gloss on there, I want it to look like glass. Do you know what I mean? I mean, this really isn't how you should be working. I am right now, but you know, have a little more love for yourself. I'm sure I'm going to hear stuff about this, but you know, we're just playing. We're just playing. Look at that though, how nice. I wonder if I turn this light on. If I no, that doesn't do any good. But you see, look at that. Look how pretty. It's like all mottled. Oh, once I put clear coat on that, that's going to be sweet. Sweet, sweet. I'm not hating on that. I'm really not. I really like the purple around it, and I like it sticking out like that. Ugh, I'm in love. Okay, so maybe you don't like it, but I do. I like it. It just is different. It's not, it's going to look like a piece of glass, like a piece of ceramic when I'm done, because I'm going to really make sure that I seal it. Okay. So I'm putting that, I'm going to put that in there. I'm just trying so I don't screw myself up everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. Very happy with that. That's going to be a good thing. And I'll show you in a second, once I get some of this up and give that a minute to dry, how I would put it on a necklace as your main bead, because you could do it with that kind of pattern in two different ways, or many ways. It doesn't matter. Okay. Okay, so you have it. We're going to pretend like it's dry because otherwise I'm just going to be here a minute, and who wants to do that? I have these great green and pink wires that I can put on here if I want. What you're going to do is you're going to take your wire, and we used it for this for a reason, so it goes through and you know how thick it is, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to cut, you know, I'm going to cut it about there. You want it to be fairly even on both sides, but if it's not, it's not. And it's going to sit as a necklace. So imagine you have it on and you're going to put your other beads on here and string it. Or you can just play and roll. I'm going to try to stay on camera here. You can use thinner wire as well. Probably not the best thing for me to be doing on a day where my hands are really hurting, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I'm going to make, I like doing these, and I'll push that in and get that in there, because these will become my jump rings to add it to if I want to put leather cord through here or something like that. Now you can put it like this also, right? So it can hang this way, or you can make it a pendant this way. So, I mean, a lot of things you can do. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm just going to keep rolling it. And I don't do it perfectly because I don't believe in perfection, number one. And number two, I couldn't if I wanted to, because my hands are like, you know, what are you doing to me? And I just keep rolling it and then turn it. And there we go. Let me turn this baby back. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. Chili's baby back ribs. God, I could go for some ribs right now. All right. Wrong video, Kelly. Now you can see, now here's a big mistake. Let me just tell you something. I'm too busy because this is not dry yet. In my hands, I have paint on them and it's dry. And so I'm touching this and it lifts that paint off because it wasn't dry all the way. So be mindful of that. I'm all in. You know what I'm saying? I'm all in. So it's going to, you know, do that. I should take my other pliers and be responsible and, you know, roll it. And then you can hook, like I said, you could put your cording through here or whatever you want. And you could do it this way or you could do this way and you have a really cool pendant. Now, I want to fix that because it's going to drive me nuts if I don't. Now, you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller, you can do it whatever way you want. I want to just paint on this a little more just to make these come out a little bit more. I still might put some glitter. But it almost looks, you know, when it dries like watercolor on the... And you can, you know what else you could do is sand this if you want. So I'm just going to make these a little darker. Because it'll dry later, but... I mean, I know this seems so simple, and that's why I do it. That's why I'm doing these, because I can't do clay like I used to be able to because of my hands and my brain and everything else. So I do these because it, you know, it helps. So many people write me and it helps them. It helps them feel motivated. It helps them know that, you know what, I can make something with clay and not feel horrible about myself because my hands don't work or it's not, you know, the same as somebody else. If you want, you know, really spectacular PolymerClay videos, they're all over the internet. Like I said, Lindsay Crafts is one. I mean, there's a lot of people. There really, really is. Okay, so I just love that. And that's going to dry and get a little lighter. I can see all that texture underneath. Let's see. It just gets, when it's done and like I said, and I clear coat it and all, which I will insert a picture in the beginning of this. Once I clear coat it and everything, you'll see it. It starts to look like ceramic. It's just really, really, really cool. So that's it. That, you know, I just wanted to sit here and play. I wanted to do this for you guys who asked. This is just, I am in love. I'm in love. I might even take this out and use this on, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I love this. So I got to really think about it. But that's it antiqued. And it not antiqued is, I mean, what do you see the difference? Oh, wait, my nose is itching in the same thing. Okay, look. That's the difference. It was like this, and then it's like that. So, I mean, look at what you can get. The difference of just adding some black paint. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous. And I am so in love with it. I can't stand it. I just can't stand how much I love this. I love these. All three of these I'm very happy about. Especially because I woke up today and I thought I shouldn't even leave the bed. One of them days, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that I came on here and accomplished it, and I like the way they look, makes me happy. So be happy in what you do. Don't compare yourself to other people. You'll never be happy if you do that. Never. You do the best that you can do. And if you want to start a YouTube channel, by all means, do it. Don't wait because you feel that you're not good enough. Don't wait because you feel that you're not as good as somebody else or that you'll do it tomorrow. Never do it. I try to encourage all my girlfriends that I have, and they can attest to this. I'm always trying to push them and say, look, do a video, do this, do what you love. It doesn't matter if you have 10 viewers or 10 subscribers or 10 million subscribers. The point is if one person likes it and one person watches it, that's why you do it. It's just the way it is. It's the way it is. And that's my mindset. And that's what I like doing it. I love doing it. When you guys email me I wake up in the morning and my email is full of you guys writing me, and a lot of you are disabled. A lot of you are mentally ill, and a lot of you are beginners, and I love it. I love it, and I love doing everything. So that's why I do it here on my channel like this. Um, and I'm so how you say, I'm so inspired by watching other YouTubers in the art community, and you all inspire me, and you keep me going. So just thank you all. Thank you all. I can't even thank you enough. If I just want to sit and pet this, is that wrong? All right, guys, I love you guys. Please, please, please be kind to each other. You never know what battle somebody else is fighting. Look for these in some sort of mixed media painting, these two. And I'm going to finish that one up and take a picture of that, because this one, I just don't even know if you guys can really understand how. Look at those fingers, Cal. Can you tell I've been painting all day? Oh, I just love the way that looks. It's going to look very ceramic. I'm very excited. Okay, I love you guys. Be kind, and give me a thumbs up if you guys like seeing these. I'm trying to do them a little faster. 30 minutes. I've been talking a lot. It's been that kind of day. I can sit here and talk for another half hour, but I won't bore you. But I love you guys. I love all of you. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.